Welcome friends again in this video of completing our activity of creating a NetLab Notebook for IT students that study networking. So today I will completing the things I began it in the first day of this activity project. So today I will creating front-end folder with the needed files, the needed React files and JavaScript files in general, and the HTML files and all the requirements that I need to create in our project. So let's begin the overview activity of today. Okay, so firstly I need to resolve some errors and vulnerabilities in my files in the backend folder. So and you see that I create the front end folder with the needed requirements files. So I have here a simple error. I resolve it. And this simple error is exactly about the name of the item I imported here in the app.py file, and I correct the name and I write the name of the imported item here, you see, with the writing sentence with the correct word of the item I imported as trouble log, and this trouble log item I correct the writing of the name. So I correct the syntax here. Yes, I correct the syntax, just a simple syntax error. I correct it by write trouble log item that I imported from the models library with the right syntax. Perfect. So after that I see here that I don't have any error and any vulnerability in my code. So that's very good. So now let's continue with verifying the other files. So now I will verify the models.py file that I created already in my backend folder of the project. So this is the models.py file. I verify and I see that there is no error in the models.py file. So that's good and very good to continue building our projects. Okay, so now I will continue creating the needed files and needed requirements. Okay, so today I will work in the front end folder of my projects to create the front end of our project. So I start by creating the package.json file because this is important for the parameters of building our project. So we need the name of the project set private or no, the version of the project, the type of the project, and the scripts I use in the project, as I will use Vite technology, Vite framework. So I need a build for this vid using vid build, and I need a preview for my builded project after I build it using Node.js. So I need a vid preview. So I start by the name is NetLab Frontend, and I will enable the project as a private project, and the version of the project is 0.0.0 because this is the first version. And also the type of the project is exactly a model because we work with Vite framework and React framework. So all this is the models. So the type of the project exactly is a model. So I need a scripts. So in the scripts exactly in the front end, I use a Vite framework from the React framework. So I need to specify what development framework I use is exactly Vite in this situation. So also I need a build parameter for our project. So we build the front end with Vite, so I need to use Vite build parameter. And also we need a preview parameter to have and to build the preview, the first preview of our project, to verify the project building. So I create a preview parameter for Vite preview. Okay, so I will continue with creating dependencies is exactly the other frameworks I use generally in my project is Axios and React, and in the React framework I use React DOM, and also in the React framework I use React Router DOM. This is important dependencies I will use. So also in the React about React Router DOM I need a plugin React, and for types I need just React and React DOM as a dev dependencies. So about development dependencies I need a React types and React DOM types and plugin React types. So it's very important in my creating of the dependencies I will use in my project. So after I finished the package.json file created, I have now to create vid.config.js is very important file about parameters of the project. So I import define config from Vite framework and React. From the React framework I import Vite.js exactly plugin React. So I need to create a plugins. This plugins is for React from React framework. I need to create server information, proxy informations, and target informations is exactly for now is a localhost, and I choose a port 5000. And also I enable the change origin. Yes, I enable the change origin. Now I will create the index.html for the first preview of our project. So the title of our platform is NetLab Notebook. So I will create all this for index.html file of the preview of our project. Exactly the first preview here. So in the index.html today I just will create a first overview. Now I will create in the front end folder, in the CRC folder exactly, I will create the main file, the main React file .jsx, main.jsx file, because it's the origin of our front end of our project. So I will use a React structure mode in this project, and I will create an app tag. Now I will create the index.css for the first overview of styling of my project platform. This is just a simple styling for the beginning of our building of our projects. Now I need to create an app.jsx file in the CRC folder also for the app platform routes and any important dependencies and requirements for the index page, but work in the front end of our project. So I need to create a browser router and routes in general, and a route parameters and link parameters, and I need to start creating the dashboard and the project data pages using React here. So if you are study about React, or you applied React in your jobs, or applied React in your life in general, you need to understand this information, because using React is a framework JS that you need to use components. So in general in our projects, all I created is a component. So anything I create in the front end folder is a component because I use React.js. This is important information to know about React in general. So after finishing the needed steps in this day, I need to use the needed commands to run and view my front end created. Until this time, to finally I use the command npm run div to show the overview, the final overview of my projects. So this is the final overview, front end overview of my projects of today. So the last episode I created the backend, and now I create the front end, and this is the overview of today of our projects in general. So is working correctly, so that's fine. So I will continue in the next day that I will continue building the project.